Grand Rising to the collective, man. Y'all know we back with another banger, another reaction. I appreciate everybody who been tapping in, running up and 7-up. Y'all know we back with another early one, bro. It's like, what, 7 a.m., bro. And I've been having time. I've been packing and moving, so I've been trying to get y'all all these videos ahead of time. But real quick, I know one of y'all that's a part of the collective is a graphic designer or do logos. Because y'all gonna have to tap in with me, man. Y'all got to DM me on Instagram. It's the same as the name that you see right now on YouTube. Just go ahead and DM me, man. We need to talk about some things. We need a logo for the community, man, and for the merch. So yeah, y'all tap in with me. But if you haven't already, please like, comment, subscribe, hit that bell so you always notified whenever we drop an upload, man. But I ain't gonna hold you. We're getting right into it, man. Shout out to the collective, by the way.
Ex-astrologer Angela Ucci exposes astrology in a way that you've probably never heard before. Listen to her testimony at the end.
Every zodiac sign is a demon. When you come into agreement with the zodiac sign, with the birth chart, the moon cycles, whatever, you are literally yoking to a demon of that particular sign or element because you are taking its identity as your own identity. You are coming into agreement with the personality traits that the zodiac assigns you, right? Signs you, the zodiac assigns you. So if you say, oh, I'm an Aries, just unpredictable and full of rage, that is you yoking yourself to the unclean spirit of that zodiac. Because demons are spirits without body, they need a home. Astrological birth chart spoke the demonic prophecy of Gemini over me. And when I spoke that over myself, I was giving the spirit of double-mindedness permission to operate through me. And guess what I was? I was double-minded.
Be sure to hit that follow. I'll be bringing more light to the darkness.
Melanated people are not meant to eat acidic foods. Melanated people are meant to consume alkaline foods. Melanated people are meant to consume melon. When melanated people eat watermelon, it's like gold. And so vilifying watermelon helps you hurt yourself. I don't eat watermelon. No, I don't do that. You're supposed to. And yes, you do have an appetite for it. But now you, all of a sudden, you don't want to eat watermelon? Watermelon is the world's largest vine fruit. And it is literal gold.
Man, y'all let me know if y'all heard that before about watermelon.
The IRS is coming for your money.
I want to warn you about this. I'm talking about the new $600 IRS rule. It's being implemented this year in 2023. Up to 40 million Americans are going to be impacted, but most people, they just don't know it yet. The tax documents, they're going to be sent out in January, so we're talking about 4 months from now. And it's going to catch a lot of people by surprise. So as a refresher, if you've been using PayPal, Cash App, or Venmo, you're going to want to make sure that you understand the situation. If you receive $600 or more of qualifying transactions through a third-party payment processor, such as the ones that I just told you, then the IRS will get involved. You're going to receive a tax document. It's called a 1099-K. So here's what changed. It used to be a $20,000 threshold, but now they dropped it down to a $600 threshold. So let's just say that you had a garage sale, right? And you sold some furniture for $600 in total. I bought it from you, so I paid you $600. I paid you through PayPal or Cash App or Venmo. With the old rules, if this happened, then nothing would have happened because it's under the $20,000 threshold, and the IRS would have stayed out of it. But now the rules have changed. They dropped the threshold down from $20,000 to $600. This is a big change. So in January, in this type of situation, you're going to get a tax form, and you need to make sure that you properly report it. And if you don't, then you're going to have problems with the IRS. So in this situation, you sold $600 worth of old clothes. If you get audited, the IRS auditor will ask you to provide receipts for the clothing. If you fail to provide receipts, then it's going to look like, you got those clothes for free, and that $600 that you made was pure profits, and then you're going to have to pay taxes on that. So the politicians are attempting to raise the threshold from $600 to $10,000. They're not trying to revert it back to 20,000. They're just trying to find the middle ground, 10,000. But if you've been following the developments in DC and Congress, they have bigger fish to fry at the moment. So it doesn't look like this is going to change by January. Just my honest assessment.
Can you believe that? My opinion is that paying the government to sell something that you've already paid taxes on is beyond criminal. Them lowering the $20,000 threshold down to $600 proves that they're just not trying to tax the rich like they say they are. This is crazy. Let me know what you guys think. And did you guys hear about this? And will this affect you?
You know the crazy thing is, it was like 2021. Yeah, 2021 when I read that, and it said the Biden administration came up with that idea. I don't know if that's true, but I have seen that. I was using I was using PayPal and I was using Cash App. Like, but you know, when I seen that come up, I stopped. Yeah, I stopped. So that was out. So I have seen that. Let me know if y'all have, if this is the first time y'all seeing this one. Spam it up in the comments. But that very first clip about the Zodiac signs, what's crazy is they gave the 2 Zodiac signs of me and the person I'm closest with. You know, my sister is Gemini and I'm an Aries, and it's crazy that to hear that, that's crazy. But I mean, I could see that being the case, that we actually taking on the, you know, that energy of that Zodiac sign, that dark energy. I could see that. I don't know why I didn't think of that, but yeah, I agree.
Boy, what the fuck going on in Miami, bro? No, shit, this shit just disappeared.
Hell no. Bruh. No, not on the news. Hell no. Bro, this guy, nah, they playing, bro. How is some of these topics not, I know why it's not hitting the news, but this is the stuff that need to be on the news, bro. This is stuff that people need to see. We need these questions answered. We don't need to figure out no more sports teams, a new city that's gonna get a sports team, raising taxes, inflations, the newest car coming out, bro. We could care less about all that. We need to see stuff like this, because these is questions and concerns that I have and I know y'all have. So it's like, come on, bro. People vanishing. I thought with the camera on the dude on the news, I thought the dude on actual camera is about to go missing. I was like, oh, bro, how this not get talked about? But there was somebody behind him. But, bro, and did you hear a dude in the hood like, yo, they go, bro? Like, that's wild. That's wild, bro. That's wild. Spam it up in the comments. Let me know if y'all seen that or if y'all got any. Enlighten me on what that possibly could be. Because the only thing I can think of is either like what, a glitch in the Matrix, a parallel universe, or alien abduction. Them the only 3 things I can think of. Or, you know, it could be our people, our government, our elites. Not our, but, you know, the elites got some type of weapon and they snatching us like that. It's something, bro. Y'all let me know.
In the beginning, the soul received this spark. When my soul was receiving my spark, from where? The eternal flame. So you have an eternal flame in the cosmos, and it gives its responsibility is to give each soul its spark. Once the soul gets its spark, then it can actually go experience different lifetimes. So that means if your soul never got its spark, you couldn't even come land down here. You get what I'm saying? You couldn't even come on this planet and land here. So you have to get your spark first. So now when you get in your spark, it comes from the eternal flame. What color is the eternal flame? It's the blue flame. This is where the Kundalini energy that's within us comes from. Kundalini energy, if you know exactly what it is, it sits down there by your Kunda gland or by your anus. Okay? The Kundalini energy is an actual gland inside of you called the Kunda gland. It's down there by your motherfucking anus or asshole. Not to sound asinine right now. You get what I'm saying? But this Kunda gland releases this blue flame. This blue flame comes from the eternal flame that you received when your soul was first created. So that was 1,000 lifetimes ago. Because this ain't your first lifetime. This isn't your first experience. Okay? So, if you look at any fire, the fire that we created receives its spark from the eternal flame. This is what fire, the element of fire was born out of the eternal flame. So, that spark, that eternal flame, give off blue sparks. Why blue? Because the blue flame is the warmest part of the fire. Alright? So that blue flame is inside of you, just like the rest of the cosmos and all of plant life. So that blue flame is inside of you. But guess what? That blue flame isn't just inside of you. It's inside of a million other souls that was created when you were, because it was a line for us to get our spark. So that means you got 1 trillion souls, we lined up. Once the eternal flame started sparking me, it sparked you if you was right there with me. Now, if you was in that group of 1,000 or 1 million or however many souls that was sparked at that time, guess what y'all are gonna have in common? Y'all will all be considered twin flames. This is the true meaning of a twin flame. This is why, so a twin flame is just a soul that received the spark when you received your spark. But a twin flame and a soulmate is two different things. Okay? A soulmate is the soul that was created together with source, and then the soul was split into a pair, and each pair was sent off. So when the pairs were sent off into the galaxy to travel, each soul went to the eternal flame at its own time. So just because we soulmates don't mean we twin flames. Get it? And just because we twin flames don't mean we soulmates. But if we twin flames, guess what? We're gonna have a lot in common. When we get around each other, our energy gonna mesh. Alright? This is where you get your best friends from. This is where you get your homies from. This is where you get that's my girlfriend. My best friend's that's my girl. That's where you get that family member from that you really genuinely fuck with out of all your other family members, because y'all got so much in common. That's because that's a twin flame. Y'all souls were both received this spark by the eternal flame of the cosmos at the same time. So that's the true meaning of a twin flame. And a soulmate is the soul that was split in half. But it's a part of you. It's your same pair. Whereas the twin flame, y'all just got the same spark. But the soulmate, that's the other half to you. That's your other half, literally. Alright? So we gotta understand these things, y'all. It's just we talking cosmic talk right now. We gotta get shit in line. Alright?
Free Rashad Jamal, man. I'ma say that every time. He ain't do it.
The scariest conspiracy theories. Historians and researchers believe that Atlantis was a real place, a highly advanced society with impressive technology and culture. The ancient Greek philosopher Plato wrote about Atlantis in his dialogues, describing it as a powerful kingdom that existed around 9,000 years before his time. According to the legend, the city was situated on an island in the middle of the Atlantic Ocean and was destroyed by natural disasters and catastrophes. There have been numerous archaeological discoveries and ancient texts that suggest the existence of a lost civilization with advanced knowledge of mathematics, astronomy, and engineering. Some of these artifacts date back to the same period when Atlantis was said to have flourished. There is also many geographic and geological features that could match the description of Atlantis in Plato's account. So what do you think?
No, it's stunning to monitor the media's lack of interest in the whole Maui story. I've been in this business for 30 years. I'm stunned, but I'm not surprised. The incident seems to be the story here, right? But the true story, the media knows it is not allowed to tell. Is it a coincidence that the Maui police chief is the same man who was in charge in Las Vegas during that massacre that killed 58 people?
Dang.
Is it a coincidence that the Maui property, owned by million and billionaires, it wasn't touched by the flames while homes of the locals all burned?
What she fails to also mention is how the media hasn't even once interviewed a grieving parent. Not a single parent looking for their children. Not a single interview with a child. Not a single interview with the schools.
Was it a coincidence that the largest system of outdoor emergency sirens in the world never made a sound as the fire devoured Lahaina? Was it a coincidence that at the same time, very same time, all the water was turned off? Was it a coincidence that police were ordered to block off streets and to funnel all the cars trying to escape? Think about this coincidence. That governor also signed an emergency proclamation on July 17th, 3 weeks before the fire, about housing of all things. Is it a coincidence that the government put up a black fence around Lahaina, or that the FAA grounded all drones from flying over the affected areas? Is it a coincidence that since at least 2011, smart city run by 100% renewable energy. And that it must be a coincidence then that the locals whose homes did not burn are now being evicted from their property. And of course, a total coincidence that all the fact checkers who are checking these facts, who say everything I just told you is just a coincidence, are also owned and run by BlackRock.
Hey, I'm gonna be honest. Some of those facts I knew, some of those facts I didn't know. Like the drones that wasn't able to fly over, or the police chief? Come on, bro, really? How are you even still a chief if all these type of mass events and people are losing a lot under your watch, bro? When your job is to protect and serve, bro. You the top of that line of the protect and serve, and you not doing your job. So how are you still a police chief? How you not fired? Because if any one of us had done a mistake like that, or any police chief in our cities or states or countries wherever we located, they would have been fired. But he part of that. He part of that party, you know. So they gonna let him slide. He doing what they need him to do. But yeah, I ain't know. I mean, we saw clips of the cops blocking them off, but hey, man. And I haven't seen an interview of a child. I haven't seen an interview from the school, and I have not seen an interview of a grieving parent that is missing a child. Writing's on the wall, y'all.
What are you eating over there?
We eat, depends, right? Like in the summertime we do eat more plants, but the thing is after June 1st, by the end of May, a lot of plants become poisons. So until then, poison level is not as high, so we can pretty much eat any plants that we want. Even tree leaves are fine. But after June 1st, we have to be a lot careful what mushroom that we pick up, you know, what plants we eat. We eat a lot of, in the fall, we eat a lot of grasshoppers and a lot of bugs. And then in the winter is the time when we eat a lot of frozen, you know, potatoes or a dried cabbage like that. And spring is where we die. So we call spring is the season of death.
It is.
Because right before anything grows in nature. And winter time, all our stock's gone. And it's hard to find even one single rat to eat in the spring.
It sounds like all of the food comes from what you grow or talk about eating insects. Mm-hmm. Does the state provide any food?
Right, you cannot grow them because we cannot own our land. The land is a countries, right? The regimes is a collective farm. So we are forced to work in a collective farm all year, like 10 hours a day minimum. Then when the harvest comes, what they do, they come and take all the harvest away. They don't give it to the farmers. They give you maybe a little bit of like potatoes, and then what they do is like, this is a royalty grain. So you need to submit this grain to the government to show your royalty, otherwise you get punished. So this is thing called the royalty grain that we always have to give it to the regime, despite we don't have anything. And the regime determines that they decided somehow it's easy to do socialism when there are less people. And it's easy to control the population when they're starving. Because as a North Korean, all day you are thinking about is how I'm gonna find the next meal. If you make one day, you're not knowing if you're gonna make it tomorrow, right? So you're constantly just thinking about only finding food and surviving. Then regime knows that they don't need to worry about us, because we are not gonna think about starting a revolution.
His forehead. This is bullshit. That's a mask. That's a skin mask. It ain't normal. Look at it.
You can't believe anything you see these days. These glasses aren't even real. Neither is my face. All this stuff was 3D tracked on using these dots that I drew on with this marker. Actually, the marker isn't real either. Neither is the background. Or my face. Have a good night.
These guys are central casting. There's nobody in Hollywood that looks like these people.
Hey, what's crazy is, I think old girl said she in North Korea. There ain't no way. Bro, they trying to starve you. So you know what happens when you starve too much. You no longer can be. So if that's the point and you trying to starve me, bro, I'm not about to even let you do that. We gonna have to go at it. Like, we going out, bro, straight up. Like, either we gonna, man, look, I gotta fight. I gotta fight, bro. There's no way you just gonna leave me with a few potatoes. You talking about insects and And then he want to ask what else you eat. And he went through every list of what she named besides rats. Like, come on, bro. We're not going to go ahead and look past the fact that she just said they have to eat rats. I don't give a damn how hungry I am. I'm not eating no damn rat or no pig. Them is 2 things we not touching, bro. That's just out. But, or a human. You can't go that way either. It's 3 things. Those little things, cats, dogs, stuff like that. But, bro, I'm telling you, we going out. We going out. There's no way they gonna starve me like that, or my peoples, bro. I'm just gonna have to fight and see what happens. Cause she talking about, no, we're not gonna start a revolution. Why? Cause y'all probably got more numbers than they got, and maybe I'm saying too much, but you know what it is.
You're not even ready to imagine the craziness we're in right now. Antarctica is the most mysterious continent in the world. A new theory is so crazy that it could completely change your perception of the Earth. According to this theory, Antarctica is not just a massive ice continent, but rather an enormous ice wall that surrounds all the continents. In 1992, a new world map was created, the Gleason map, which shows Antarctica encircling all our continents. This theory goes even further. Some believe that if we manage to cross this wall, we will encounter numerous other continents deliberately hidden from us by governments.
Maybe because they ain't conquered it yet.
What is the next tallest thing we built? Stable structure after the pyramid.
What?
The Eiffel Tower.
Really?
Yes, late 1800s. In Paris, the Eiffel Tower.
Huh.
That was the first stable structure we built as a civilization that was taller than the pyramid. So the Egyptian...
Damn, I ain't know that.
The Simpsons predictions for 2024 are truly chilling. In an episode dating back to 1998, the show hinted at an economic crisis, a nuclear war, and the death of the leader of the United States, all happening in the same year. The episode in question, titled Bart to the Future, provides a glimpse into the future where Lisa Simpson has become the President of the United States. In a conversation with her team, Lisa mentions that the previous administration led by President Biden left behind budget problems and quite a mess. Later in the episode, a news bulletin reports a nuclear clash with an unspecified country, resulting in massive destruction and chaos. While the idea of a nuclear war and an economic crisis is quite frightening, we can certainly hope that these Simpsons predictions do not come true. However, it's hard to ignore the show's track record in predicting major events, which leads us to wonder what else they might have predicted for the future. And precisely, one of the latest episodes of The Simpsons contains an even more terrifying prediction than anything they have predicted before. Do you want a part 2 to find out about it?
But there ain't no surprise now to why The Simpsons be so on point. Wasn't the writer or director or whatever a Freemason? No new thing to understand that The Simpsons be on point. They like time traveling, or they wrote it all already. Like, yeah, it's gotta be something like that. But she talking about Lisa Simpson? I didn't watch the show growing up, but when she talking about Lisa Simpson, it's like they better not be talking about putting Kamala Harris up in that office, bro. Get her out of there too, bro. I'm telling you, get her out of there too. We don't want her either.
What's a conspiracy theory that you 1,000% believe in?
Finland doesn't exist. I don't just mean that the country isn't a thing. There's no landmass, it's just more of the Baltic Sea. But Dylan, I've been to Finland before. No, you haven't. You've been to eastern Sweden. What about all the people who claim to be citizens of Finland? Also part of eastern Sweden. They're just told they're from Finland. What possible reason could the deep state have for hiding a section of the Baltic Sea? Fish, that's what. See, around the time of the Cold War, the Japanese were getting into some pretty hot water with the environmental impact of their fishing. So they make a treaty with Russia where they can fish with zero repercussions in Finland. Meanwhile, the Trans-Siberian Railroad, which takes things all the way across Russia over to Japan, by the way, is constructed and stops right about here. Oh, but people are going to notice that they're just transporting insane amounts of fish. Not if you make the largest Finnish company in existence called Nokia, which Japan happens to be the #1 importer of their products. We have satellite imaging. It's doctored. You think Russia wouldn't have this as part of their peace talks of the Cold War? Come on.
Y'all agree? What y'all think?
When Moana sets out on her boat to find Maui, she encounters a huge thunderstorm. Moana died since the storm was too great for her to handle. The rest of the journey is done by Moana's spirit, and that is why she only meets gods and spirits along the way. It is only after she finishes her quest that Tifiti restores her spirit to her body, bringing her back to the mortal plane, which allows her to return back to her family on the island.
Oh.
And she does. She only encounters gods and spirits.
You're right about that.
The whole movie.
That's wild.
That's a good ass take, but I would agree.
For whoever is in here and like records lives and shit. Oh, you know what? Actually, it doesn't matter. I can just save this. Hopefully. I just 4 times I just recorded like a whole video that like of me like trying to just like explain what's going on and like kind of clear up everything. I hate to do this live because I can't, like, I've tried every...
Only thing I saw was like the screen like took a weird, I don't know what that was, but y'all let me know what it was. I didn't see it directly, I just saw the screen. So if it was something that happened to her face and she was shape-shifting, I don't know. Y'all let me know what it was. But yeah, the Moana story, that one made a lot of sense. I would probably say I agree with that. But I can't never look past the fact that the Rock's name was Maui and what just happened to Maui. I can't get past that. And we seen that in the video previously, but I can't get it out of my mind. It's staying in my mind now. Like, it's there. I can't shake it.
Alright, bet. I'd be curious, so check me out. Between the 2 incoming planes, there's a black dot. It kind of has some weird movement. What is that?
The king or queen of England all the way back to the kings of ancient Sumeria, reptile gods, the Anunnaki. They came to Earth and interbred with humans to create a royal line, and that's the origin of kingship.
Man, we all know Queen Elizabeth is a shapeshifter, because I don't think she's, no, I think she's still here with us, or who knows. But I'm shocked I could say her name and I could put her in videos, because y'all saw what happened when I just put Epstein in the video. They just put an ATN over, they were warning tags before you click on the video. Like, they trying to scare people away. Like, yeah, clearly I can't say the other dude's name. Y'all know what I'm talking about. You know, he be putting mosquitoes in the air, stuff like that. Yeah, him. Every time I say his name or it's too much of a video with him, block, remove, something. So, yeah, but Queen Elizabeth, man, we know she a shapeshifter. We know.
This is the conspiracy theory iceberg. If you haven't heard of it before, you need to watch this. It is a massive list of all the conspiracy theories in the world. There are 10 tiers, starting with the visible part of the iceberg, tier 1, that is the more well-known conspiracy theories that you may have heard of, with some things I've already covered, like lizard people and celebrity reincarnation. Then as you go down the iceberg into the dark sea, they're darker, scarier, and more dangerous. Tier 4 is called the point of no return, because that's where it gets scary, with conspiracy theories about the dangerous activities that are actually going on at the Denver airport, and what's hidden behind the secret chamber at Mount Rushmore. And then you get to tier 10, the bottom of the abyss, with conspiracy theories that will absolutely change how you look at the world, with theories like God's ego death, and planned extinction for humans. Crazy dark shit! I'm going to start covering all of them, or at least the best ones, and we know I make amazing conspiracy theory content, so you'll want to see this. If you see any on here that catch your eye, request it. Or if you see any on here that catch your eye, request it, and I will cover it in this new series called Patty Tries to Convince You of the Craziest Conspiracy Theories in the World. Make sure you hit follow, because you will not want to miss this.
Okay, so one day I'm gonna end up, and I got some time, I'm gonna end up just going through that whole list, and I'm gonna just get lost in it. But I do want to say, they say what, tier 4 is the point of no return, where you dove deep enough to where you can't go back. Come on, man, we know how it is. I think the moment you see the real, I don't feel like you can go back. Because when you go back, you're going to realize it's too fake there, and you're going to want to go forward. You're going to be like, nah, I'm going to just go learn the truth at this point. Like The Matrix, like in the movie The Matrix. That's how I feel it really is. With that, I think the moment you go through the first tier, once you get to the end of the first tier, I think it's over with. You can't go back. And when you try, you're going to realize that it's all fake. Once you felt the real, it's hard to tolerate plastic, man. Straight up. That's how it is. Shout out to Nip, man. That was a Nip line.
Bob Lazar tried telling us long ago, but nobody believed him. What now?
Scientist Bob Lazar is convinced that the technology he saw being tested at a secret base in the Nevada desert is of alien origin. And for Lazar, the proof is at least partially in the furniture. One of the 9 flying discs he says he saw at the base, which was designated S4, looks exactly like this UFO photographed in Europe. Lazar called it the sport model.
I gave everything simple names. There's the top hat one, and the Jello mold, and the sport model operated without any hitches at all. I mean, it looked new. If I know what a new flying saucer looks like. One of them looked like it was hit with some sort of projectile. It had a large hole in the bottom and a large hole in the top with the metal bent out, like some sort of large caliber 4 or 5 inch projectile had gone through it.
Even before he saw the sport model operate, Lazar says, he suspected that the ship came from somewhere else. The realization slapped him in the face the first time he glimpsed the inside of the disc.
I got to look inside, and it had really small chairs, and I think that was the first confirmation I had. That was just a shocking thing, because every time before that I was able to label it, well, this is just a little advance that a group of scientists had formed, and they're keeping a big disc like that. That's no problem, and we could have adapted these to make it fly, but why does it have little furniture inside, essentially little seats, and things began to click together just all too fast.
A few of the discs had been completely dismantled to find out how they worked, Lazar says, but others were fully operational. A Japanese TV network created this animated version of Lazar's story after his first interview with us aired in May. Lazar says the dramatization is similar to a test flight he witnessed.
The bottom of it glowed blue and began to hiss like high voltage does on a round sphere. It's my impression that the reason that they're round and have no sharp edges is to contain the high voltage. Like if you've seen in high voltage systems, the insulators, things are round, or else you get a corona discharge. In either case, it began to hiss. It's in high voltage, and it lifted off the ground quietly, except with that little hiss in the background, and then that stopped as soon as it reached about 20-30 feet.
Lazar says the test of the sport model was a short one, that it made only a few moves before setting back down. He didn't see who was actually flying the craft, but was very impressed nonetheless.
Well, there's no action-reaction system to it. There's no, like in a jet engine, exhaust gas being thrown out, no propeller, no noise. It's just, for all intents and purposes, magic.
Man, how y'all feel that he's speaking on that? Because, I mean, I don't like the fact that some of these people don't create this stuff. They take it from somewhere else, learn how it works, learn how to take it, and then flip it and make it something super big, like as if they did it first. Like, like, yeah, and then he's just breaking it down. Like, come on, bro, this is millions of years ago type, like, knowledge. And you, like, and you holding it for just y'all peoples. Like, I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't really, like I said, I'm starting to dislike scientists even more, but you can't, because not all of them, because some of them do good. Some of them do good stuff, but then some of them try to play God. They try to control too much. They try to create too much. I'm not saying he's a scientist, but he know them people though. Yeah, he knows those people. Like, he working. Yeah, I just don't like it, man. I just don't like it.
This might be the best UFO sighting ever caught on camera.
It's a UFO. Wait, stop. I gotta get out. Wait, where is it? I can't find it. Oh, wait. Focus. That is not a fucking bird. A hawk doesn't turn orange. What is that? Oh, wait, I can't get on my camera.
Damn.
What is this, dude? Wait, look. What? Oh! Dude, this shit. What is that?
Sounds familiar.
What are you doing up there? Look at the people's luggage. I'm the mascot of an evil corporation. Get down from there. We have to keep a low profile till we get to Seattle to tell the world of the plot to destroy Springfield. I don't know if you guys should be talking so loud. No, Lisa, it's not like the government is listening to everybody's conversation. Hi, I'm Corbett. I think you want to speak to her? I don't know. You hang up first.
Oh, you hang up first.
Okay.
She hung up on me.
Look, we're fugitives. We should just lay low till we get to Seattle.
Hey, everybody, I found one. The government actually found someone we're looking for. Yeah, baby, yeah.
I know some of y'all said, like, you know, they've been watching me, you know, stuff like that. Probably so, but they watching all of us, man. Everything we do, they watching us. So it's like, yeah, it don't really scare me anymore like it used to when I was young. Now, I mean, they been watching us, bro, and it's like I said, we know how they want to play things, but I'm just not gonna roll over. I'm gonna fight to the end. So yeah, me giving y'all this knowledge, I'm gonna keep dropping these gems. I'm gonna keep giving y'all this content. I'm gonna keep learning with y'all, and y'all gonna keep teaching me certain things. So yeah, like when he's saying, like, yeah, they finally found someone, that's just a joke. We know they found all of us. They know where we all at. They watching us, unless maybe you off grid. They probably even know that too. But it's just like, yeah, you could know, but that's not gonna stop my agenda. It's not gonna stop me. Like, yeah, and that's how I want all of us in the collective to be. We know what it is. We know it's war. It ain't like it's been something new. Like, it ain't like it's a new war. No, this been war, bro. It's been a spiritual war. It's been them watching this. It's been control and power they want. So we know this. So let's not focus on that. Let's focus on the agenda, the message.
Watch how something leaves Keanu's body. Notice his face expression. I'm joking about the Illuminati. It is strange, especially look on his face, bro.
Y'all see it?
Y'all, we got fake snow. Show them again.
What's this? So this is
Styrofoam pieces.
Styrofoam.
Oh no.
Man, I should have known that one was coming. For real. Y'all let me know if the city y'all stay in or the state, if it does snow there. It doesn't snow here in Cali. Well, probably some places in Cali, but not where I'm at. It doesn't snow. Very rare. But y'all let me know if y'all have seen styrofoam as the snow where y'all at. If y'all have, man, spam it up in the comments. But if we know they controlling the weather, come on, man, it's gonna have a malfunction. Who's to say that foam ain't hazardous though? Y'all know how these people work, man. Come on, stop playing. But we made it to the end of this. I appreciate y'all if y'all made it all the way through. If you haven't already, please like, comment, subscribe. Hit that bell so you always notified, man, because y'all know we stay dropping these bangers. Y'all know we be having some of the hardest content put out on YouTube, man. And the collective, we like the hardest community out. So yeah, this channel, us as a community, us as a whole collective, man, we get down with these reactions. But I'm gonna let y'all get out of here. I'll see y'all in the next one, and we gone.